Sound Chapter 13 Class 8th 5th Part. Activity 9 to make a Jal Tarang. For this, materials required 8 glass bottles of same size and water. Now procedure or method. Fill your bottles with different amount of water and arrange them as shown in the figure. If you wish, you could add a little color or ink to the water. Now blow over the mouth of each bottle. Now, what do you notice about the sound produced by the bottles? Now, observation. Complete these sentences on the basis of what you observe. The bottle with the dash water means less water gave the note of lowest pitch. The bottle with the most water gave the note of highest pitch. When you blew across the mouth of the bottle, the air inside vibrated and produces a sound. As the amount of water in the bottle decreases, the amount of air in the bottle increases. The larger amount of air vibrated more slowly and produced a note of lower pitch. The smaller amount of air vibrated more rapidly and produced a note of highest pitch. From this activity, we conclude frequency of sound depends on the length of air column. Make a straw flute. Children, you can make flute with the help of a straw. For this, take a drinking straw and scissors. Cut one end of the straw as shown in the figure. Blow through the cut end to produce a note. This needs some practice. The cut end should not get wet. Cut off a small length of the straw. Blow again and see what happens. And then go on cutting off small length of the straw and blow through the cut end. What happens? Most wind instruments like jal tarang and flute work on the same principle. They are based on the vibration of air columns of different lengths. The shorter the air column, the higher the pitch of the note produced. Now explore which one would produce a high pitched sound and why. A large thick gong or a small thinner gong. A smaller thinner gong produces a high pitched sound as it vibrates more rapidly. Now the question 2. Which one of these rods of the wind chime produces the sound of highest pitch as shown in the pic? The rod with the lowest length. Quality or timbre. Quality or timbre is that characteristic of musical sound which enables us to distinguish between the sounds of same pitch and loudness produced by different musical instrument and different singer. We can distinguish between the sound or notes produced by a flute and a violin even without seeing these instruments. This is because the sound produced by a flute and a violin differ in quality or timbre. The quality of the sound depends on which vibrating part produces the sound and the material of which the part is made. The vibrating strings of a veena sound quite unlike the vibrating air inside a flute or the vibrating stretch skin on a tabla. Thus, the sounds or notes produced by different musical instruments like flute, violin, piano, harmonium, clarinet, sitar, tanpura, and trumpet, etc., can be distinguished from one another by their quality or timbre, even if they are of the same pitch and loudness. Similarly, the sounds produced by different singers such as Mohammad Rafi, Daler Mehndi, Kishore Kumar, Lata Mangeshkar, Asha Bhosle, Usha Utthap, Ila Arun, and Suniti Chauhan can be distinguished from one another on the basis of their quality. We can even recognize a person from his voice even without seeing him on the basis of unique quality of his voice. Now children, can you give answer? Name the three characteristics of sound. Yes, the three characteristics of sound are loudness, pitch and quality. Now the next one is what vibrates to produce sound in the following musical instrument? Violin. In violin, string, guitar, string, a flute, air, a tabla, skin, a flying bee, wings, and a girl vocal cords. These vibrate to produce sound. Now, what is meant by the loudness of the sound? On what factor does it depend? Loudness depends on amplitude. And name the characteristic which help us to distinguish between a man's voice and a woman's voice even without seeing them. The quality or timbre. This help us to distinguish between a man's voice and a woman's voice. Propagation of sound. Activity 10. Aim to show that sound cannot travel through vacuum. Children, vacuum means empty space which doesn't contain anything. For this activity, materials required: a bell jar, electric bell, cotton thread or rubber band, a cork. Procedure or method: take the bell jar, suspend an electric bell inside it with the help of a cotton thread or rubber band through an airtight cork as shown in the figure. Now connect a vacuum pump through another opening in the jar. Connect the bell to a battery through a key. Initially, the bell jar is full of air. Now press the switch, the bell starts ringing and you can hear its sound clearly. Now pump out the air from the bell jar gradually by switching on the vacuum pump attached to it. Now come to observation. We will notice as more and more air is removed from the bell jar, the sound of the bell becomes fainter and fainter. And when a vacuum is created, no sound is heard, in spite of the fact that hammer is striking against the gong of bell. Stop the vacuum pump and allow the air to enter into the bell jar. We will be able to hear the sound of the ringing bell again. Now the conclusion: sound cannot travel in vacuum. It always needs a medium to propagate. Now this experiment shows that sound cannot travel through vacuum but can travel through air, and a material medium is necessary for the propagation of sound.